Good morning. Welcome to day 2 of Portland Supply live streaming events. I'm Dave. I'm here with Candid. We are one of the sponsoring organizations. We built the platform here, the Open on Candid platform that the Portland Supply Trade Show is happening with in collaboration with A&O Portland of Prosper Portland and Portland Made and Mercatus PDX. And we are here today to talk to some of the makers that are showing at our show. It's an online trade show that's happening all this week, Tuesday through Friday. This is day 3, second day of the live events here. So we are beginning with some greeting card manufacturers. And let's see, let me look at my roster here real quick. I believe our first presenter is going to be Jacquie from Henge Designs. Jacquie, are you ready to present? Oh, let me unmute you. It always takes a minute to transition. Let's see. It says you're muted and not broadcasting video, but that might be my fault. The joys of technology before 9 a.m. Let's see. I'm going to keep clicking buttons until something happens. But there's a unmute button and a start video button that I'm pressing, and they don't seem to be doing anything. So in the meantime, I will talk a little bit about the show itself. As I said, it's an online trade show. We're doing this. The Open on Candid series is part of a trade show series that we're putting on specifically because it's trade show season and they're all closed at the moment due to the pandemic. So we have a virtual platform that is shoppable anytime, but we're curating live events throughout the day to keep things interesting and feeling time-based. Oh, Jacquie, I'm so sorry. We were all, I heard you clear your throat earlier, and then what have I done? I'm gonna make you a co-host and see if that helps. But it says you're muted and it says you're not broadcasting. Let's see. Well, while we figure this out, let's see, who else is on our list? Rachel Larson from Everglow Handmade. If you're ready to go, I can switch over to you and we can come back to, oh, there we go. Hello.
Can you hear me now?
I can.
Yay.
Welcome.
Thank you. I just went down to the bottom. All of a sudden the bar came up and I hit stop video, unmuted me.
Perfect. Okay, wonderful. Well, welcome.
Thank you. So how much time will I have? About 5 minutes?
Yeah, 5 to 6 minutes.
Okay.
So yeah, welcome Jacquie.
From about our little company.
Perfect. Fire away.
Okay. Well, first of all, hi everybody. My name is Jacquie Jones and I own Henge Designs, and I'm broadcasting from our office in Southeast Portland. We have a beautiful Victorian house that houses all of our cards. I'm really, really honored to be here. Thank you so much for including us in this virtual trade show. And before I get started about our products, I wanted to tell you a little bit about us. I worked in television for about 16 years. I worked for the ABC affiliate here in Portland, and I left there to pursue my dream, which was to start a greeting card company. And I'm a photographer and I've traveled very extensively in Europe, and I have this huge archive of pictures, and I thought, what better way to get my pictures out in the world than to have a greeting card company? So then I started doing my market research, and I realized, what can I put in the marketplace that's a little bit different from other people? So I came up with the idea of a detachable bookmark on a greeting card. And I'd like to show you a sample. This is a picture that I took at Shakespeare and Company years ago. In fact, my company's been in existence for 22 years now, and this is one of my first cards. And if you'll notice inside, there's a detachable bookmark, and the quote says, "When I'm near the end of a good book, I need to sleep in the same room with it," by Joan Didion. So this actually is in the top 10 still after 20 years. So that gives you an idea of our first line, which was our classic line. So anyway, I thought, what better way to combine my travel and my love of reading than to have a bookmark. So anyway, I'll get a little bit into our other lines in a bit, but I wanted to tell you about our process. We are a two-woman company. As I said, we started in about 96, I think. About 17 years ago, I hired Sarah Vandervoort, who is this fabulous, fabulous woman who is a photographer, designer, and has grown into, we just partner with everything. And one thing I wanted to tell you is that another thing that sets us apart from, I think, a lot of greeting cards, we're not just a pretty picture, we're not just a bookmark. When we design each card, we think about the emotional content and the heart that goes into each card. So we design them here in the office. We come up with a picture, come up with the quote, and you wouldn't believe how hard it is to come up with the name on the back of the card. We go back and forth, back and forth. But we have, and one thing I wanted to tell you is that one thing that keeps me going after 20 years is just how much fun we have. We just have a great time together. Oh, and one more thing. One thing about greeting cards, you want to make sure that you have a really good quality paper. So we did a lot of, what we do is if you feel the paper, you can feel the quality. And we intentionally use a real slight sheen when we print because it makes the colors pop a little bit. So, oh, and yes, we go to all the press checks here in Portland. We've done all of our printing in Portland for years. And the press check guys love us because we know them all. We come in and they go, "How's the color? How's the color?" And so we go in to make sure the color's perfect. So that's a little bit about how we do things. Now to our products. We have over 300 products. We are nationally, we're all over the nation. We have 30 fabulous reps that sell for us everywhere. And for the states that don't have reps, I'm the salesperson, and I call on about 200 stores quarterly to see if they need cards. So we have 5 different lines, and I've shown you, this is our most popular line, the special occasion line. Then we have the classic line that I told you about. We also have 3 artists that we partnered with, and here's one artist that we have, and we have the bookmark in the inside. And then this is a local animator, and he did a whole card line for us, which is very cute. And then we have this line with a kind of a quirky, off-the-wall artist from New Zealand, which is very cute, the Cecily line. And one thing that all the buyers should know is we have a lot of long-time customers. So we want to make sure that we have new product all the time. So we print about 3 to 4 times a year, which is a lot. If you know about it's hard to keep your inventory.
Yeah.
And do I have a few more minutes?
Yeah, I would say one or two.
Pardon me?
1 or 2 more minutes.
Okay. So our market, our cards are a natural for bookstores because of the bookmark. That goes without saying. But hospital gift shops, card shops, grocery stores, botanical gardens, florists, many, many people buy our cards. And I guess I want to end by saying that I know that we're all struggling right now. And we all have to stick together. It's a time for people to be connected. It's time for the written word. It's time to send cards. And for any of you looking for designs for tough times, We have beautiful, beautiful sympathy cards, friendship cards, inspiration cards. We do have those for you. So if you'd like a catalog, please give me a call or email us, and I'll send out a sample, send you a catalog. Come by and visit us with your mask on. And I really thank you for listening to us. It's been really fun, and thank you so much for letting us be in the show. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely. No, it's our pleasure. I got a little distracted because I actually went to high school with Sarah Vanderfort, and
You did?
we were great friends, and
Oh
I
my
haven't thought
gosh.
about her in forever.
Oh, she is so fabulous. She is such a
Yeah,
wonderful, she's a great mom. Her girls grew up in our studio. She has two
amazing.
daughters. So
That's
anyway,
so great. No,
yeah.
thanks. Yeah, thank you for sharing. This is great. I've definitely seen your stuff around town, and
Okay.
we're very
Thank
happy to have you as part of the
thank you
show.
so much. And good luck to everybody else. We have such a creative community, and I'm anxious to hear the other greeting card companies.
Absolutely.
Thank
All
you.
right. Well, thank you. That was Jacquie from Henge Designs. We are going to switch over now to our next presenter, who's going to be Rachel from Everglow Handmade. And I will give you the mic, as it were.
Hi, Dave. Hi, everyone. My name is Rachel Larson, and I'm with Everglow Handmade. That was so fun to see all your cards, Jacquie. So I'm in Southeast Portland too, as well.
Oh,
I'm doing. I started wholesaling just this past year, and so it's been quite the ride with everything. So my line focuses on my signature calligraphy. I do all the illustrations for my cards and designs, and I do all the watercolor pieces. So it's been really fun to make some pieces that people like. I have a very muted orange toned pink line. They're printed on thick cardstock with a pointed envelope that I love to send with all my cards. And they come in a cello that's compostable, and the paper that I print on is recyclable as well. And yeah, so it's just really fun. I try to make everything sustainable. The point of my line is to see the good and celebrate it. And so whenever I'm illustrating or designing, I try to highlight the good in everything. So you can send it to somebody else, as well as also celebrate it while you're writing your card or sending it. So yeah, so I have a line of maybe 100 designs right now, and all cards, and then a few other items. But as you can see, I have happy birthday line, and this is really fun. I don't know if it's backwards for you guys, but
No, it looks great.
okay. It's I pencil out all of my designs, and then this is a watercolor wash that I've done over it. And I just feel these really personal elements, the handmade elements really are what define my company. It's Everglow Handmade, and really make the cards personable. And it's really a fun experience to send them and receive them. So that's something that I focus on with all of my cards. And I have just little illustrations for all of them. This is a congrats to you. And as you can see, I have my calligraphy on here, and this is modern calligraphy. I've taught some workshops around Portland, and so it's really fun to incorporate it into my line and to give to other people. And then here, you can see, there's some more a more classic take on the calligraphy. And this is a more modern design, happy birthday. So yeah, I'm just starting out. And so I'm in around 30 stores right now around the US, which has been really fun, and always looking to, expand. Yeah, so it's been really fun. So I would just say that, yeah, my cards really focus on seeing the good and celebrating it, spreading that sentiment around to the people that you love. And especially right now, I know how important that is for everybody. And so it's been really nice to see people coming out and choosing cards to send to their loved ones and spreading that sentiment. So I have a lot of love and friendship cards that are good for that. And just I have some blank cards in general that are great for that. So yeah, let me, so I have you are a cool cat, and that's one. And like someday we'll be able to use this one, brunch plus you equals my fave. But this is a particularly good one. The future is bright. And so it's just all about spreading that sentiment right now, which we all need. And so
Yeah.
I feel like it's been like, you know, hard with everything, but I feel like it has been encouraging to see people spread it around with greeting cards and just taking that time to spread the good that is here around to other people. So yeah, I would love to like work with any like local Portland vendors. I'm born and raised here in Portland. I went to U of O. I studied accounting and then took a calligraphy workshop one day. And then while I was doing accounting, the calligraphy was what kept me sane at night. And so, and this line was birthed out of that. And now it's Everglow Handmade. And so the whole business has been around for like a long time, but the greeting card line has just been around for around a year in the fall. So yeah, it's been a great time. So thank you guys all for watching, and Dave for hosting.
Absolutely. No, thanks for being a part of the show. That's really great. It's so true. I think, I mean, you probably know this better than anyone, but we for better or for worse, we seem to be enjoying sort of a greeting card renaissance, I think, as there's not really much to do and everybody kind of needs a card all the time.
Yeah,
so,
and it is nice to like slow down, write something out.
Yeah.
Since you can't, you know, you have to socially distance anyway.
Yep.
Thank you, USPS.
Yeah, no, my card budget is already through the roof for this year.
Yeah.
So good luck. I hope that translates into a lot of good wholesale orders for you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Rachel from Everglow Handmade. Up next, we have Libby from Egg Press Mfg. Hopefully, I will be able to unmute you.
Unmute.
All right, I hear you.
You see me? Yep. Hi.
And I see you.
Everyone.
Hi.
Good morning. This is really early for me, so bear with me. I'm getting used to it. Yeah, so I'm Libby from Egg Press and Egg Press Manufacturing. So a lot of people know us as Egg Press greeting cards, but a lot of people don't know that we actually manufacture for 3 distinct brands, and we're actually bringing a 4th brand on in-house. So we'll talk a little bit about that today. Egg Press started in 1999, so Test Arrow has always had an affinity for printing, particularly the letterpress method. We know printing is a pivotal, printing is a pivotal moment for us because it's where we share information, it's where we bring community together, it's also where we have the ability to amplify voice. So particularly right now, messaging is for us super important. So Egg Press, Hello Lucky, which is a San Francisco brand we also produce for, sell, and distribute, is a San Francisco brand. They primarily focus on kids, moms, positivity. Ashkan, who is out of LA, but also in the wine country area, is kind of a love bug guy who loves love. So all of his cards are centered around positivity as well. And then what we're bringing to market right now is Press for Change. Press for Change is a 5-card collection that is, we hired 5 illustrators from the Portland artist community, and we just told them to make whatever they wanted to make, and we will print it. And we did, and it turned out fantastic. So I'll show you the samples. 15% of net proceeds will go to a nonprofit that the artist chose. So Jacquie did this guy, and every card has the artist bio on the back. So, and their Instagram handle. Leaf did this. So Radical Queer Joy is my magic power, which is super awesome.
These are great.
We did a Marsha P. Johnson portrait. Tristan did. His bio is actually not on the back. This is his sobriety date and his actual painting start date. So super proud of this guy. Sonia from Farwoods, who is a visual artist, illustrator, and designer. She did Listen, which we love, with the gold foil. And then Nia, who is actually going into her junior year as a graphic design student at PSU. which is awesome. Nia is a multidisciplinary artist based in Portland, Oregon. Her goal is to create space for herself and others who wouldn't historically have a voice within the art world. So her portion of this sale will go to Care Not Cops. Listens will go to Sisters of the Road. Tristan's will go to Marsha P. Johnson's Community Fund through the Q Center. Leaf for the Okra Project, which supports Black trans kids and folks. Jacquie Brown's will go to the Black Resilience Fund. So we're really excited about this program, but we're also excited that this is not just a moment in time. We're actually going to continue to produce this as an ongoing project for Egg Press. So probably 4 times a year, we'll do a volume, and it will be from artists from either cities that we have relationships with, or will continue to stay in Portland. So we're super excited about that and hope that folks are too. It came together beautifully. We're also doing a collaboration with March, which I think is also on this trade show event. March is a gift wrap company. We did a collaboration with them as well. We don't have samples right now, but there is something really lovely that 2 women-owned companies came together in this time to create a beautiful package. I have information on our website, but I can show you guys. These will be the cards from Egg Press.
That's great.
We'll be manufacturing the tags for March. And their wrap is adorable, which I have in the studio.
Yes.
Yeah, so this year for us is really about not changing what we do, but changing who we do it with. We're super focused on making sure that our time after 20 years is time to share. So it's really about amplification for us. It's about printing new illustrative art, doing what we do best, which is letterpress printing, and our craft and expertise, I think, is one of best in class. So some people are familiar with us. You can find us in New Seasons. You can find us in lots of places within the city. We're also distributed globally with accounts in Hong Kong and New Zealand, Australia, Britain, in the EU, and Canada. So
Wow.
there's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on. Last year, pre-COVID, we printed over 750,000 units of cards. So
Wow.
We're quite busy. We love that you can get 4 distinct brands here in one box, in one invoice, and that you can assort your shop or your online shop relatively well with one-stop shopping. So I have some samples of Hello Lucky just to, so heavy on foil, typically in high vis colors, but also again, like very focused on positivity. Egg Press, a little bit more funny, more Tina Fey, a little bit of a pun here and there, self-help, elf-help book, Brighter Days Ahead, Merry Christmas, sorry about the rest of 2020. Self-explanatory. And then Ash is also the guy that I was speaking about. Can't wait to kiss your face when this is all over.
Yeah.
You inspire me to be a better me. Love for the pups. Sending you some love. So
These are great.
Oh, thank you.
And I love that you're doing a collaboration with March. I think that's so, I mean, of course, that's such a natural partnership.
It is. It's a natural partnership. And Tess Darrow, our founder, who started her career at Nike as a graphic designer, as we all say, we all do our time there at some point, but they found out that they like backfilled each other. So yeah. Mary and Tess like have had the similar job, and then they're both been in business since the late 90s. So it's been an incredible journey for her. And we're looking forward to making it this journey for new folks too.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, we are very excited to have you on the show. Egg Press Manufacturing. Thank you for selling at Portland Supply. All right, so we have one more. Is anyone here, and I apologize, I've been blowing up the chat. My name of companies doesn't have a name of people with it. So is anyone here from Studio Olivine? If you could ping me in the chat and I'll make sure you get your time. Otherwise we will take the world's shortest break before beginning our 9 o'clock deep dive into pets and hobbies. Going once, Studio Olivine. All right, well, I think that perhaps does it. So we are going to be back in 4 minutes. I mean, so soon that we may as well not even leave. Yeah, thank you for watching. Again, for anyone just catching up with us, we are Portland Supply. It's a virtual trade show put on by Open on Candid. That's the event series that my company Candid is doing. It is our answer to the fact that, our answer to the question, our response to the challenge of all the trade shows kind of in the world right now being canceled. This is usually a very busy time with New York Now, Shop Object, and all sorts of affiliated shows. You know, people who do pre-production based on pre-orders need the time to stock shelves for the holiday season. They need to be taking orders in September, which is why this is historically such a big time of year for wholesale. And the fact that these trade shows are not happening, to some people, it's just kind of a blip on the radar. To others, it's, you really depend, you know, those are your twice a year tuna boats that go out and you eat for a year off those. So we and a number of other companies are working to try to make virtual trade show alternatives, and Portland Supply is ours. It started on Tuesday and it goes through Friday, and you can find it at, the website is going to be linked to on our Facebook page. And if you're here from the Zoom, you probably came from it, but the address is portland-supply.openoncandid.com. Both memorable and forgettable at the same time. So yeah, I'm going to put up the screensaver for 2 minutes, get a cup of coffee, and we'll be back at 9 o'clock for Pets and Hobbies.